If you've ever grabbed a sunscreen off the shelf and hoped it was the right one, this is the guide you actually need. The best sunscreen isn't one product, it's the one matched to your skin type. I'm a board-certified dermatologist, and I'll walk you through the right pick for oily, dry, sensitive, and pigmented skin. And yes, the SPF that breaks you out or leaves you greasy is almost always the wrong formula, not the sunscreen itself. And this matters more than any serum on your shelf. UV exposure is the #1 driver of skin cancer and premature aging. And most people are either skipping sunscreen because it feels bad on their skin or using a formula that's fighting against them every single morning. So here's the plan. 4 skin types, 4 different sunscreens, and the specific reason each one works. Oily first, then dry, then sensitive, and the 4th section is one almost nobody gets right for pigmented and melasma-prone skin. Let's start with oily. Let's start with the skin type that gives people the most trouble with sunscreen: oily and acne-prone. This is the group most likely to skip SPF entirely because the wrong formula feels like a layer of grease sitting on top of a breakout. I totally get that. Here's what my oily skin patients get wrong. They reach for a rich, creamy sunscreen, it clogs pores, they break out, and they blame the sunscreen. The fix isn't skipping it, it's the format. You want a fluid, a gel, or a matte finished formula, ideally labeled non-comedogenic and oil-free. Something like the Neutrogena or La Roche-Posay fluid sunscreens absorbs in seconds and leaves a matte finish, so it wears beautifully under makeup and it doesn't feed acne. I have patients who swore they hated sunscreen for years, and the entire problem was they'd only ever tried thick creams. So if your skin runs oily, look for the words fluid, gel, or matte, and non-comedogenic on the label. That one switch is the difference between a sunscreen you skip and one you'll actually wear. Now that's the exact opposite of what the next group needs, because for dry skin, that matte fluid is gonna feel like sandpaper. Dry skin is where you want your sunscreen to do double duty. Here, the goal isn't just protection, it's also hydration. You're getting your SPF and your moisture in one step. Dry skin lacks the oil and the water-holding ingredients to stay comfortable, so a drying matte sunscreen leaves it tight, flaky, and emphasizes every fine line. You want a cream-based formula with humectants like glycerin or hyaluronic acid, and ideally ceramides to support the barrier. A creamy SPF like the CeraVe Hydrating Mineral or a Vichy Cream Sunscreen gives you that cushioned, dewy finish. My drier patients tell me their skin actually looks plumper by mid-afternoon instead of parched because the sunscreen is working like a moisturizer that happens to protect. So for dry skin, skip the matte fluids and look for cream textures, hydrating ingredients, and barrier support. Your sunscreen should leave your skin more comfortable, not less. Simple. But here's where it gets more nuanced because the next group can react to ingredients that both of those formulas contain. This is a one for the reactive crowd, the people whose skin stings, flushes, or breaks out in a rash the second they try something new. Sensitive skin doesn't need more product, it needs the right filters. Sensitive skin often reacts to chemical UV filters more than anything, and more than anything to fragrance, which is one of the most common allergens I see in my practice. The move is a mineral sunscreen, zinc oxide or titanium dioxide, which sits on the top of the skin and physically blocks UV instead of being absorbed, and always fragrance-free. Brands like Avène, La Roche-Posay, and Vichy formulate specifically for reactive skin, and their mineral options are what I hand to patients with rosacea and eczema. The old complaint was the white cast, but the newer mineral formulas have gotten genuinely elegant. So if your skin is sensitive, reach for mineral filters, zinc or titanium, and make sure the label says fragrance-free. And a quick note, that candy-smelling sunscreen is almost always a fragrance you don't need. Most people stop at these 3. That's the mistake, because the 4th skin concern is the one where the wrong sunscreen can actually make the problem worse. Here's something almost nobody gets right, and it's the section I most want you to hear. Sunscreen for pigmented, melasma-prone, or darker skin tones. If you struggle with dark spots or uneven tone, your sunscreen choice matters more than any brightening serum you own. And let me clear up a myth first. Darker skin absolutely needs sunscreen, and the idea that it doesn't is flat wrong. Here's the key most people miss. Regular sun blocks UV, but it's visible light, the light from the sun, and even your screens that drives melasma and dark spots. The only thing that blocks visible light is iron oxides. And iron oxides is what give a sunscreen its tint. So a tinted mineral sunscreen isn't cosmetic necessarily, it's also treatment. This is why I recommend Alastin HydraTint to my patients. It's tinted, it blocks visible light, and it doubles as a foundation, so it fits into your routine effortlessly. For melasma-prone skin, this single switch does more than most prescription creams paired with the wrong SPF. So if you're fighting pigmentation, the word to look for is tinted, and ideally tinted mineral with iron oxides. Untinted sunscreen, no matter how high the SPF, leaves your dark spots exposed to the light that's making them worse. So the whole guide comes down to this: match the formula to your skin. Fluid or gel for oily, cream for dry, mineral and fragrance-free for sensitive, and tinted with iron oxides for pigmentation. The best sunscreen is the one that fits your skin so well, you'll actually wear it every day. If sunscreen is the prevention piece, treating the dark spots you already have is the other half. I broke down exactly how I fade melasma and hyperpigmentation for my patients, and it's right here. I'll see you over there. So guys, I've lined up some of my absolute favorite sunscreens, and I'm gonna walk through them and tell you what they might be best for, just based on what you learned about what sunscreens are appropriate for specific skin types. So first we have the SkinBetter Science Advanced Mineral Protection. This is SPF 75, and it is a broad spectrum sunscreen. So I'll show you that. Now, this is best, in my opinion, for sensitive skin and skin types that are prone to hyperpigmentation. So it's fully mineral, right, which means it contains zinc oxide and titanium dioxide, and you can see that on the back of the package. So when you look at sunscreens, you're gonna look for the active ingredient label, and this says titanium dioxide and zinc oxide, and that's it. So we know this is a fully mineral sunscreen, and it's going to have that iron oxide in it. Now next, this is one of my absolute favorite sunscreens as well. This is EltaMD UV Clear. You'll notice a trend here in the sunscreens I like. I do like all the tinted sunscreens. I love this one by EltaMD because it comes in 3 different tints. And the UV Clear line is wonderful for acne and rosacea prone skin. So this checks the box for the sensitive skin category as well as the pigmented skin category. So this is great for patients who have acne, rosacea, and also pigmentary issues. This is SPF 46. And it says here, calms and protects skin prone to acne and rosacea. So there's really no guessing with this. And again, it comes in 3 different shades. Now, I think it's really important to show this blurring primer sunscreen that I just got in the mail, and I'm so excited about it. So this is the Suede Daily Sunscreen and Blurring Primer. It's broad spectrum SPF 50. And it is a chemical-based sunscreen, and it's obviously not tinted, but what I love about it is you can reapply it. So it fits right in your purse, and if you're active, you're outside, you're at the beach, you're playing sports, you can reapply this very easily. I would say this is great for just like regular skin, dry skin, oily skin. It shouldn't be irritating or anything like that. It's just a sunscreen stick, great for reapplying. I also have the Isdin Photo Air Photona Ageless Ultralight Emulsion Broad Spectrum SPF 50. This is 100% mineral. It's gonna be great for your sensitive skin types, and also just if anyone's looking for a lightweight fluid-based moisturizer, so those oily skin types as well. It has a little shaker ball in it, so it's something that you're going to shake and then apply. It's water resistant. This is a really nice formula. It blends really well into all skin tones, even though it is 100% mineral with 10.7% zinc oxide. Great choice. I also have the Revision Intellishade Clear. So what I love about this sunscreen is that it is a chemical sunscreen, but it also has antioxidants in it so it's nice for aging skin or more mature skin, and it really blends nicely into all skin types. So this would be more for your like dry skin type or even oily. It doesn't say non-comedogenic per se, but it does say untinted, and it's a moisturizer with sunscreen. So this is that moisturizing sunscreen category. Next we have the Alastin HydraTint Pro Mineral Sunscreen. This is the one I mentioned initially in the video, which is great for pigmented skin skin conditions and melasma. It is very hydrating and it helps to prevent conditions like melasma. This is the one I personally use, so personal plug for this. Just love the Alastin skincare line. And then these are my Sephora picks. Well, also this one, but two more Sephora picks. So the In Beauty Project has a really nice range of mineral sunscreens. This is SPF 43, and it also has UVA, UVB, blue light, and antioxidant protection. This is the medium deep. This is very thin. It's not too thick, so it's not super hydrating, but it is somewhat hydrating. So good for dry skin. It'd be fine for oily skin as well. I think you'll really love this one if you're looking for a lightweight tinted sunscreen. And then we have, of course, the Sincerely Yours Sunny Side Up. It has 10% zinc oxide, fully mineral. This is great for teens and tweens, but really anybody can use it. It is a, broad spectrum SPF 30, very lightweight mineral sunscreen. Again, great for sensitive skin and available at Sephora. And I'll link all the sunscreens below.